Meeple Nation Podcast, bonus episode, Hex Grid Showdown.
Welcome, citizens, to Meeple Nation. Grab your favorite beverage, pull up a chair, warm up those dice, and join us at the game table as we discuss board games and the board gaming world. Each week, the hosts of Meeple Nation share their love for board games and the amazing memories that come from playing games with some very outstanding people. Let us now join our hosts in their natural habitat, the game table.
Ready, fight. Sure, Unipa.
She's got nothing.
She's got nothing. Sierra's just
not a game fighter.
staring at us. She's so wide-eyed.
What
Let them
is
fight.
going on?
All right. So this is a bonus episode where we are just going to let our top Hex Grid games battle it out in the arena to determine the Meeple Nation definitive top 5 Hex Grid games. So going into the arena, there are 4 of us, which would mean normally 20 games, but we had a lot of crossover on this, and so there are 14 games entering the arena, and in alphabetical order, they are Ankh, Gods of Egypt, Applejack, Ark Nova, Battletech, Comet, Gloomhaven, Memoir 44, Oathsworn, Into the Deepwood, Runebound 2nd Edition, Scythe, Stars of Ikarios, Terra Mystica, The Castles of Burgundy, and Trails of Tucana. So, with 4 of us at the table, we've got to determine how we are going to break ties. And the last time we did a showdown episode, I handed everybody tokens, and you got to spend tokens for like an extra vote. This time we're going to do it a little different. This time, if there's a tie, we're just going to have a battle roll off.
Sounds
2 people that are on one game side will each roll a d10 and add the result together, and the 2 people that are on the other game side will roll d10s and add them together, and whoever gets the highest value will win. If it is a tie when the 2 values are rolled together, then we'll just do it again. Does that sound good to everybody?
sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Can we use D6s though?
No.
No, we are definitely not using d6. I'm glad we're using d10s. In fact, I'd even
like
go
a
with it
bummer.
for a d20 if you wanted to, but d10s will work just fine. All right, let's go ahead and click the rank button. An estimated 30 comparisons. Here we go. Number 1 comparison here is Terra Mystica versus Scythe.
I think I'm going to say Scythe. I like Terra Mystica. I like Scythe better.
I might need to play Terra Mystica a little bit more, but Scythe is a better game in my opinion as well.
Sierra, what do you think? Since you've played neither of them,
Yeah, I've played neither of them.
which picture looks more appealing? Scythe.
Yeah, just base it on the artwork, Sarah.
That's how we pick games, right?
More often than not.
You'd be surprised.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
I got to go with Terra Mystica.
Yeah, I knew you would.
I think I'm going to have to go with Scythe.
All right.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Welcome to the
Scythe
team,
advances.
Sierra.
Next up, we've got Trails of Tucana versus the Castles of Burgundy.
Castles of Burgundy.
Castles of Burgundy.
Castles of Burgundy.
All right.
Trails is a good game, though.
Yeah,
It
Trails is
Yeah.
great, but it's not gonna win out over
No,
Castles of Burgundy.
for sure not.
All right. Next up, we've got Stars of Ikarios
Stars of Ikarios.
versus Oathsworn.
Oh.
I take back
Oh.
my quick Stars of. Nah, I'm still gonna stick with Stars, but it's not a boom hand down Stars of Ikarios. It's there's some regret when I say Stars of Ikarios.
Well, this is tough because as we talked about when we did our top 5 episode, I mean, the whole reason why I put Stars above Oathsworn was because I think it makes better use of the Hex Grid concept. If I'm sticking to that same logic, I should vote Stars.
But if both of them were at the
But
table,
if both of them were at the table right now, I would definitely play Oathsworn.
me too.
So I'm a little bit torn. I would be going against my own logic.
Well, that's how we've done it in the past. If both of them are at the table with the perfect players and the perfect scenario, what would we rather play? I'm going with Oathsworn.
Yeah, and I think with the showdowns, just the overall quality of the game, I think comes into play just a little bit more than the actual, like, you know, the thing that we're rating, the mechanic or whatever. And so I think I have to go with Oathsworn on this one.
I'm going to go Stars of Ikarios.
Yeah, it's going to come down to a roll off. Okay, so who's Oathsworn?
So this side of
Andy?
the table.
Okay, you and I. All right,
versus
Andy,
you.
come on. Our skills have got to be legendary here. I got a 10.
9.
I got a 10. 19.
We got 43.
Did you mean a 4 and a 3?
Oh, maybe.
Something like that.
All right. Well, with a 19, Oathsworn is going to take it. Next up, we've got Memoir 44 versus Ankh, Gods of Egypt.
Ooh.
You know, I really like Ankh, But Memoir 44, I don't know. Ankh has such a table presence that Memoir
does.
44 doesn't.
For sure.
Because the miniatures in Memoir 44 are much smaller and not as amazing looking. But as far as appeal of which I want to play of the two, I'm going to lean Memoir 44.
I think I'm going to as well, mostly just because of the tactical aspect of Memoir 44. I think there's a lot more the game has to offer as far as that goes than Ankh does. Not to say there's not strategy and tactics involved in Ankh, because there definitely is. But that and just the historical aspect of Memoir 44 as well, because I love history. So to go and recreate some of those historic battles is kind of cool.
Yeah, and I think this is where I think my lack of having played Ankh is coming into play, because as much as I really do want to play it, I really do enjoy Memoir 44, and I'd be in the mood to play it even right now. I think my vote's Memoir 44.
I would have to say Ankh still.
Okay.
Noted.
Thanks for playing.
Thank you, Sarah. All right, next up is Applejack versus Arc Nova, and again,
We know
I
what you're picking.
gotta get you guys converted over to this. I think I know where this one's gonna land. My vote will go Arc Nova, and my guess is it's the only vote that's gonna go Arc Nova.
I think you are
Applejack.
correct. Applejack.
Applejack.
All right, Applejack takes it. Next up, we've got Runebound 2nd Edition versus Comet.
Ooh.
I'm going to say Comet.
I am too. Runebound. I think there's probably some nostalgia at play for you, Andy.
I'm trying to think.
It wasn't at all that it was a bad experience playing it, because I did enjoy it, but it's not one I'm actually very eager to return to.
I'm trying to think if I had both at the table right now, which would I rather play? I'm going to say Runebound, actually.
Okay. Yep.
Yet another Comet.
Okay. So it's going to be Comet that takes it. Next up, we have Scythe versus Gloomhaven, and this is going to be Scythe for me.
Gloomhaven for me.
Gloomhaven.
Oh, man. See, this goes back to you talked last week, or you talked the other week.
You had fun with Gloomhaven. You didn't have fun with Scythe. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Curse you and your logic.
I
But I am a little bit burned out on Gloomhaven,
Yeah.
still a little bit too.
Yeah. I mean, I genuinely think Scythe is a better game. And definitely, if these two are set up right now, I would absolutely lean toward playing Scythe. Now, when I talk about my Gloomhaven burnout, I'm just saying I've overcome that enough to the point where I would play Frosthaven or Jaws of the Lion. I am done with Gloomhaven. If it was set up at the table, I would have no interest in it, personally.
I am thinking.
I just think there's a reason why Gloomhaven's rated higher on BGG than
There is.
Scythe.
There is. But what do I want to play? They're both sitting there. What do I want to play?
Yeah, what do you want to play?
I think I'm going to go to the Scythe table.
All right, it's going to be a roll-off. Nathan, you and I. Ooh, not good.
13.
What'd you get?
Reroll.
I got a 3.
Oh,
13 to 13.
13.
Ooh,
Yep.
another roll. Okay,
A 1.
I got a 9.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's you guys.
definitely Scythe.
Okay, awesome.
I'm pathetic.
Maybe all dice hate you.
It probably might be, yeah.
All right, next up we've got Terra Mystica versus Gloomhaven.
Gloomhaven.
Okay, and I'm actually going to go Terra Mystica. If those two were set up, I would play Terra Mystica.
I'm going to go Terra Mystica as well.
Gloomhaven.
Oh, no. Okay, so Andy and I roll
Yeah.
off. Okay,
I got a 1 again.
I got a 5. So 6 over here on this side of the
We got
table.
9 over here.
We didn't beat either one of their dice.
Wow. Okay, so Gloomhaven advances. Next up, we have Oathsworn versus Castles of Burgundy.
Oh, really?
Wow, that's tough, but
It's tough, but
I
it's
know what I
Oathsworn.
would pick.
It's
Yeah, it's
Oathsworn.
Oathsworn.
Yeah.
It's Oathsworn.
Yep.
Okay,
Sierra,
Sierra.
Take a guess.
Castles of Burgundy.
Indeed.
Okay, how about Stars of Icarios versus the Castles of Burgundy?
Stars of Icarios.
Yeah, it's Stars for me too. I like Castles. I definitely don't like it more than Stars though.
Sierra's thinking.
I was wondering what that smell was.
That's the smoke.
I think I'm still gonna have to go with castles.
I am too.
Wow, really?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's see. This is Nathan and I.
Yep.
Ugh.
6.
9.
You rolled a 9, Nathan?
So
I
Nathan
rolled,
beat both of them. We didn't.
Okay.
We got an 8. So
okay,
yeah.
and I rolled a 4. So, all right. So Stars is going to take it. Memoir 44 versus BattleTech.
BattleTech.
Yeah, they're both sitting there.
Yeah. I do.
Interesting.
I want to try BattleTech right
Yeah, right now I'd probably go play BattleTech.
Yep.
Okay, BattleTech takes it. Comet versus Applejack.
Ooh.
Comet.
Yeah, I'd have to say Comet.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Comet it is Runebound versus Applejack.
Applejack. I don't hate Roombound.
Applejack. I would have to say Applejack right now too.
I don't hate Runebound either, but
Sounds like you guys do.
no,
Actually,
not at all.
Sounds like you do.
Not at all. I think
I voted for it first.
just
first
would
time.
rather play some of these others.
I think I would actually rather play Applejack right now, so I'm going to say Applejack.
Okay, my vote's Applejack as well. Applejack takes it. Runebound versus Arc Nova.
Runebound.
I'm gonna say Arc Nova.
You do hate Runebound. Oh my gosh.
No, I just I've played Roombound several times,
Wow.
and I want to get my hate on Arc Nova secure.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
I think this is the number 2 game of all time right now, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, man, you guys are missing out on this one for sure.
Some people's number 2 is somebody else's number 2.
Wow. Clever.
Thank you.
All right. I'm going Arc Nova. Nathan, you're going Arc Nova.
Runebound for me.
Runebound for Andy.
Okay, here we go. This is it, Sierra. You got to win. No, never mind.
You won.
No, I got a 1 as well. This is my third one.
Sierra and Doug?
I got
6 and a
5.
5. We lost by 1
man.
point.
6.
Oh, dang it.
Really? What did you get, Nathan?
I got a 1.
Oh, so 7-6?
7 to 6. Yeah.
Okay. Arc Nova takes it by the skin of its teeth. All right.
Can we just not do dice next time? I lose every time.
How do you
just
want to
about.
determine ties?
I win.
That's cheeky. But no.
Oh,
But
yeah.
no.
Dang it. We need a new MC over
Like
here.
rock, paper, scissors? I don't know.
Schwazi.
All right. Next up, we've got Oathsworn versus Scythe.
Oathsworn.
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 From what I think I'd like Oathsworn better.
From what I hear.
From what I hear.
I've
Stan,
not played.
Come on, Stanley. What does Stanley vote for over there?
he says
Squeak,
Squeak,
or
squeak.
squeaky squeaking. You can't talk to him or else he just squeaks more. just don't look at him.
Just don't make eye contact.
If you're not ready to challenge him, don't look him in the eye.
Hey, stop squeaking.
Come here, Stan.
All right, now that we've got the dog under control, the next one is Stars of Icarios versus Scythe.
Stars
Stars
of
of
Icarios.
Yes, that is correct.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, it's Stars for sure. All right, Castles of Burgundy versus Scythe.
The Castles of
Castles of
Burgundy. Yeah.
Also correct.
Okay, my vote is Scythe, but that's sad. Okay, Castles of Burgundy takes it. Trails of Tucana versus Scythe. Scythe.
Scythe.
Trails of
I'm gonna say Scythe.
Thinking.
Okay, good. Scythe as it is. Trails of Tucana
Good.
versus...
Doug says, good. You chose correctly.
That was the correct answer.
Yeah.
All right, Trails of Tucana versus Gloomhaven.
Gloomhaven.
Interestingly enough, if these two are set up at the table, I go to the Trails table.
I would too.
But it's not because I don't like Gloomhaven, it's because I just want to move on to the other games.
Well, then
You said
you
Gloomhaven, Sierra?
group the other havens into it.
Yeah, I mean, if Frosthaven were at the table, because you're right. If one of those was at the table, which uses the exact same hex
Yep.
mechanic, right? I would choose to play that.
Somebody besides Sierra and I decide.
Sorry. What?
Well, you're
why are
doing
we
your own
deciding?
little dice
What's-
roll off over there.
Is it-
You two said Gloomhaven. Doug and I said
Trail.
Trails.
Oh, so was that the
no,
final answer?
I was debating,
he was
going back and
debating.
forth. I'm gonna go Gloomhaven on this one,
I would rather.
and I'm just gonna assume that it's Jaws of the Lion set up at the table.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, so Gloomhaven's gonna take it.
Changing
Trails of
rules
Tucana.
midway through.
No rules were changed in the making of this episode. Trails of Tucana versus Terra Mystica.
Terra Mystica.
Yeah. Terra
Trails of
Mystica.
Tucana.
Trails of Tucana. Yeah. All right. So
Okay.
Sierra and I are gonna roll for
Hey,
Trails.
Nathan. I'm not going to roll a 1 this time.
I rolled a 10.
I got a 9.
14.
Nice.
18.
18.
Terra Mystica takes it. All right. Next up, Comet versus Battletech. Battletech for me.
Battletech.
Comet.
Again, noted. Comet versus Memoir 44.
Comet.
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 Really?
Yep.
This would be Memoir 44 for sure for me. I'm surprised it's not Memoir 44 for Nathan, but okay. Comet will take it. Applejack versus Memoir 44.
Memoir 44.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No,
I think just Comet just appeals
I know
to
where they
me
fall.
more.
I know where they fall in my brain, but it's I thought that I understood where these fell in some of yours, but I don't, and that's okay. That's all right.
Applejack.
Memoir 44 for me.
This is tough because they're both awesome.
Nathan, you went with Memoir.
Yeah,
I
you
did.
two went with Memoir. Sierra went with Applejack. And I like both of these games a lot.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Applejack. Let's roll off.
Okay. I got a 5.
I got a 9.
7.
Hey, we won, Sierra.
You did win. Okay, Applejack takes it. Arc Nova versus Memoir 44.
Memoir 44.
Memoir 44.
Arc Nova.
4.
With confidence, she says.
Suck. Arc Nova versus Ankh. Arc Nova for me.
On.
I'm going to say Arc Nova.
All right, so Andy and I will roll for Arc Nova.
6.
1.
7. Oh, we didn't even beat Sierra's 10. So,
All right, so Ankh takes it. Battletech versus Oathsworn.
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 Oh, sworn.
Sierra, are you going to do the same thing, the ascending or the descending vote here?
Sure. Let's do that.
Sure.
All
She's not
right.
my daughter. Not at all.
Battletech versus Stars of Icarios.
Stars of Icarius.
Stars of Icarios.
Stars it is. Battletech versus the Castles of Burgundy.
Castles of Burgundy.
Yep.
Boy, right now.
Right now, I would play Battletech.
Oh, man, that's tough. Oh, man, that's a tough one.
Mm-hmm. Right now, I would play Battletech. I love castles, but
I-
right now, I'm in a Battletech mood.
Yeah, I think I would be too.
All right, let's roll for it.
Makes me sad
Andy
to
and
say
I,
that.
come on. Channel your high rolls. I got an 8.
9.
Ooh.
Beat us.
17.
Jerks.
All right. Battletech takes it. Comet versus Castles of Burgundy.
Castles of Burgundy.
The Castles of Burgundy.
Yep, I concur. Comet versus Scythe. It's gonna be Scythe.
Comet.
Okay, Nathan and I roll
Oh,
for Scythe.
I'm not on your team, Doug.
3.
Oh,
4.
I got a 6.
Okay, you guys
you
got it.
win.
You
Really?
win.
Really?
You beat everybody.
If you add all of ours together, you still won.
Nice. Scythe takes it. All right. Comet versus Gloomhaven.
No, I'm going to say Gloomhaven.
Gloomhaven.
Gloomhaven it is. Comet versus Terra Mystica.
I'd rather play
Comet.
Comet.
Yeah, me too. Comet takes it. Applejack versus Terra Mystica.
Terra Mystica.
Applejack.
I think I'm going to say Applejack.
This one is hard though, because I really do want to play Terra Mystica again. I think if both of these are set up at the table, I like Applejack, but right now I think I probably go to Terra Mystica table. Yeah, I think Terra Mystica. So who
You and
voted?
I. You and I, Doug.
Okay, all right.
A 9.
6.
6.
9 is what we got, yes.
Sweet. That's us.
Nice. Terra Mystica. Applejack versus Trails of Tucana.
Applejack.
Hmm.
I have to think about this one for a second.
You don't have to just vote Applejack.
Here's the thing. I mean, Trails is a really simple game. All right, there's not a lot to Trails. So many great experiences teaching this and playing it at the table. So many great convention experiences teaching it to new players. It plays with higher player counts. There's a lot to say that's good about Trails of Tucana.
Which is probably why I'll say Applejack.
Oh, that's why you'll say Applejack. Okay.
Oh,
No.
I love your
I
logic.
think, no, I just made up my mind before. But no, you're very valid points. My experiences with Trails of Tucana have been far more socially enjoyable.
Yeah.
But I think I get more out of Applejack than I do at Trails of Tucana.
And at this point, because I played it so many times, I think that's probably true for me too. Just because I probably have logged 50 or 60 games of Trails at this point.
Yeah.
So I think it's Applejack. Yeah, I think it's Apple. Is that what you guys all voted?
Yeah.
Okay. Applejack. Memoir 44 versus Trails of Tucana. This is definitely Memoir 44.
Yeah.
Same.
Memoirs 44.
Memoir 44.
Ankh, Gods of Egypt versus Trails of Tucana.
Ankh.
Honk.
Yeah, if these were set up at the table right now, I'd definitely go play Ankh.
Trails.
Okay. Noted. Excellent. Arc Nova versus Trails of Tucana.
Trails of Tucana.
You're just saying it to be spiteful.
No, I'm not.
You're just saying it to be spiteful.
I'm not. Because I only have had one experience with Arc Nova and it was not bueno.
Thanks
And
a lot.
I've had great experiences.
Thanks a
with
lot,
Trails
Dave
of-
and Dennis. This is what you do. You
I'll
ruin
play
games
Arc
for
with
people.
you.
All right,
You know-
my vote is Arc.
Lydia, most of my experiences with Trails of Tucana were with Lydia and it was a great experience.
I could definitely see that being true.
So,
Yeah, Lydia is awesome.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Roll off. 8.
I got a 4.
Hey, I beat both of you guys together. Sweet. Roll a 1, Sierra. Rub it in.
9.
We won.
Trails.
You won.
Who decided to roll dice?
D6 hate me.
Whose idea was that?
These are D10s.
Dumb
D10s
D10.
hate me.
Hate D10. Stupid. Trails. Okay. Anyway. All right. So I think you guys could probably guess the top 3. But I think the waters are going to get a little muddied working our way. So that was it.
Awesome.
That was it. That was all the comparisons. We are done. I think a little bit surprising for me is going to be the middle of the pack here. At the bottom end, I'm not as surprised by these results just because I knew that some of my games were going to get voted down. So
Why?
because you guys suck.
So 13 games
guys
total,
suck.
right?
14 games total.
14.
And does anybody have any guesses on what the number 14 was?
Arc
given
Nova.
given the vote. It was not Arc Nova,
That's
actually.
Trails
That's
of
the next
Tucana, wasn't it?
It was not Trails of Tucana. You guys just voted Trails of Tucana over Arc Nova.
Yes, we did.
What was the memorable game that we totally forgot?
We got a list.
It wasn't
right
Comet. Was it on my list?
All right. So on the Meeple, it was actually on Andy's list.
here. Oh, it was Terra Mystica.
It was not Terra Mystica.
No?
Nope.
Oh, it was Runebound. There's a lot of
Oh,
Runebound
yeah,
hate going
Runebound,
on the
yeah.
table.
Yeah,
Not hate.
because Nathan
It
hates
was-
Runebound.
It was hate.
Yeah, Nathan hates
could be.
Runebound, so it's number
Could
14.
It is a good game.
I mean, once again, I will just remind everyone that all of these games made our top lists because they're fantastic games.
That's true.
They're
So-
all winners, and we
Despite
gave
the
each
fact-
of them an award.
Despite the fact that Nathan hates them. Yeah, they're awesome.
It's kind of it is interesting though because we record the top our top 5 episodes and everybody's gushing about all the games on the
Yes.
list. Like it's all just love and love and love. And then the minute we hit the showdown, you start to see the cracks.
It's personal.
Right? It gets personal. It's like, oh no, mine's better. They're all good games, but number 14 was Runebound. Number 13 was Arc Nova, which I know there are going to be people who listen to this who are just, I mean, their eyes are going to roll so hard they're going to see the back of their brains.
I felt it.
I guarantee it's true.
I guarantee you are correct about that. And it's part of that is just the fact that we need to play it again.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're saying that and not that you just need to solidify your hate. I don't know what that's all about, Nathan. All right. Then at number 12 was Trails of Tucana, which just barely beat Arc Nova by the roll of a die for some very strange reason. Anyway, number 11 was Ankh, Gods of Egypt. Number 10, Memoir 44. Number 9, Applejack. Number 8, Terra Mystica. Number 7, Comet. I did not anticipate Comet getting that high. It's a good game. I didn't think it would make number 7. I thought that it would be.
Enjoy Comet.
I thought that it would be in the 11 to 14 range. But
Oh, really?
I did, but that's fine. It is a good game. So number 7 was Comet. Number 6, Gloomhaven. Number 5, Scythe. Anybody want to guess on 3 and 4? I think you can probably. I think everybody knows what 1 and 2 are. So do you have any guesses on what 3 and 4 are?
Number 3 is the Castles of Burgundy.
Yes.
And number 4 would be, I'm looking at this, Battletech.
Really?
It's swapped. Okay.
Really?
Swapped. Yep. This is what your voting hath wrought, Nathan and Sierra and Andy.
And Doug.
No.
Jeez,
If
Doug.
if it was my voting would have led to a different list. Okay. This is your votes.
I know. It's so good. I'm so proud
I
right
love
So
now.
democracy.
So number 4 was Castles of Burgundy. Number 3, Battletech.
Okay.
That does surprise me. I would not have put Battletech above Castles of Burgundy,
Yeah, I
but
wouldn't have either.
yeah. And then number 2, of course, was
Oathsworn? No, it was
No.
Stars of Icarius.
Stars of
number
Icarius.
2, Stars of Icarius, and number 1,
was
Oathsworn.
Oathsworn.
There you go.
You know, I think Battletech beat out the Castles of Burgundy because of you and I, because we voted for Battletech over the Castles of Burgundy.
I think you're right. I think that
Oh,
was
you
a
guys
that was a
should go
joint
hug.
effort.
And then we won the die roll.
Lucky die
We're
roll.
gonna need to hug. We just need to
D10
go
hate me.
play Battletech.
Yeah.
All right. So once again, that list really quickly is with number 14, Runebound, 2nd edition, number 13, Arc Nova, number 12, Trails of Tucana, number 11, Ankh, Gods of Egypt, number 10, Memoir 44, number 9, Applejack, number 8, Terra Mystica, number 7, Comet, number 6, Gloomhaven, number 5, Scythe, number 4, The Castles of Burgundy, number 3, Battletech, number 2, The Stars of Icarius, and number 1, Oathsworn, Into the Deepwood, which everyone should go check out immediately because
And
it's
play
amazing.
it. Yes.
All right. On that note, until next time.
Shake hands and come out fighting and roll those D10 better.
I did. Last half.
Yeah, that's debatable at the game table.
Thank you for listening and being a part of Meeple Nation. If you would be so kind as to follow, subscribe, share, and rate or review this podcast, it really helps to spread the fun. You can be more involved in supporting the podcast by joining the nation at patreon.com/Meeple Nation, or you can find a link at the top of our webpage, meeplenation.com. And while you're there, look at all our extra content. There are links to all our past episodes, a wide variety of blogs, pictures from our Instagram feed, and bios for all the hosts and our awesome bloggers. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, all under Meeple Nation. If you would like to chat with the hosts or other members of the nation, you can join our Facebook group, Meeple Nation Off Air. We hope to see you again at a game night, a con, or maybe a suspense-driven evening of Werewolf. Thank you for listening and supporting Meeple Nation, and stay tuned for next week's episode.
Thank you so much for listening. We very much want to thank our patrons who help keep the podcast running. I personally want to thank my co-hosts for all the help they provide with both content here on the podcast, in addition to what we have available on our website. Without them, the podcast would not happen. If you too would like to support the podcast, you can join the nation at patreon.com/Meeple_Nation. Or you can find a link to Patreon at the top of our webpage, meeplenation.com. If you have any questions, comments, or games you feel should be on our radar, you can always reach us at meeplenation@gmail.com. We can't wait to hear from you. I am grateful to Doug and Andy who helped me edit episodes, and I want to thank James and Kim Clark who do the editing on our blogs and on our webpage, which can be found at meeplenation.com. We want to thank Brain Detergent for our music. If you want to find more from him, you can follow his links that can be found on our webpage, or simply search for Brain Detergent on YouTube to find more of his tracks. Thank you again for listening and being part of the Meeple Nation community.